Well, it's time for another Under the Magnifying Glass video of the 572 Chevy big block engine. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Model Factory. So yeah, we're going to be doing an up-close look here at the Chevy 572 big block engine that we have been building that's going to go inside of the 65 Chevy Impala. So let's jump right in and take a look at this thing. Now this is not the kit engine. This is an aftermarket resin engine kit, resin and aluminum engine kit that you can get from Sweetscaledetail. And it's a fantastic, just full of fantastic resin and aluminum parts. Very well made, very well molded, very well, just everything fits like it should, with no cleanup or anything. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful parts on this thing. So anyway, I'm gonna just kind of give you guys a little spin around here before we start explaining everything. And as most of you know already, I do these videos so that you guys can really see what you know, the detail and the buildup and everything of these are before they go into the chassis and into the body, where you just can't really see all of it. You know, and in no way am I a master engine builder, or do I know everything there is about engines. You know, I do a lot of research. I try to get these things as right as I can be. And so hopefully in these videos, if you guys are building something like this, then you know, maybe you can get a little inspiration, or maybe you can, you know, find something that you were wanting to do, or figure out, and maybe these videos can help you get that taken care of. So anyway, we painted the block, the Chevy engine red. The bell housing is kind of a bronzy gold, and then we have the Muncie 4-speed transmission painted. I believe it's a steel or aluminum. I can't honestly remember the color now, but it's painted, you know, a metal color. This has an aluminum oil pan. It has the aluminum valve covers, and you can really see there that the 572 and the bow tie emblem, Chevy bow tie emblem, is on there. We've got aluminum pulleys on the front. What I've done for the belt on these is that is just a piece of copy paper, and before I cut a thin strip out of it, I colored the copy paper in with a black Sharpie, on both sides, and then I cut out a thin strip, and it just works really good to make the you know, serpentine belts and belts for your pulleys and stuff. So the this buildup has gonna have AC. So the AC compressor that you see there, and then if I flip this around, you can see down here we have right down there is a power steering pump. Those are pieces that were from the 65 Impala kit that I just kind of modified to fit this, as well as the fuel pump that you see down there. Flipping around on this side, you know, that's really all what you see there. There's not much on this side that's different from the other side. Now these exhaust headers, these are also something that you can get from Sweetscaledetail, and it's a kit that you can build these up and put together. He calls them the cheeseburger headers. And if you're familiar with Chevy Cheeseburger, he had a very unique way of building his headers up, and I believe that's where the idea came for these. But they are made using soldering wire. That's what the tubes are, the pipes here, and then there is a collector, a cast collector down here, that these soldering wires, there's already areas for it. They just slide right in, fits together like a glove. It really does. I meant to show you guys this before I started building it all up, so you can kind of see what it looks like in its raw form when you get it from Sweetscaledetail. And I got to building it, got excited, got it painted, got it glued on, and then was like, oh man, I forgot to shoot a video on that. So you'll have to excuse me, but this is what they look like all finished up. The end of the collector here is set up to receive the K&S aluminum tubing. That's this right here. And I don't remember off the top of my head what the diameter of the tubing is, but it just slides right on there perfectly and fits. and so that'll allow you to run your exhaust tubing out through the, the rear end of your car or wherever you're going to go with it. If you look at the top here, you can see that I've got some of the wiring and plumbing done on this engine. There's still more that will be done to it, but the rest of it, or most of it, will be done once it goes into the engine bay, like the coolant lines, the AC lines coming from the compressor, the heater hoses, all that stuff. That stuff will come once I get ready to put this in the engine bay. So pay attention, or look for the final video on the 65 Impala when that's done, and that'll show you guys all that other detail as well. Anyway, we've got the fuel line ran on this from the fuel pump up to the carburetor. That is done using the ProTech braided lines, the beautiful lines that ProTech makes, and that has got their ProTech aluminum fittings and the T fitting that you see there, which allows it to go into both sides of the carburetor. The carburetor is also a ProTech part. It's the aluminum. I believe it is the Holly Dominator. Yeah, that's the Holly Dominator carburetor. It's an aluminum one. Like I said, I polished it all out, and then I did a little bit of a black wash on it to kind of bring up some of the detail. It looks really, really good. And then if you look on the side over here, you can see right in there that I have the spring and kind of the starting of the setup of the throttle linkage that will come off the side of the carburetor there. For the distributor wiring, or spark plug wiring and everything, that is a ProTech distributor kit. And you build up the distributor, and you put in the whatever color spark plug wiring you want. It's got the wiring looms on it, and then the boots down here for the spark plugs. Builds up into a really realistic spark plug wiring and everything. And then on top of the valve covers on both sides, we have got some oil breathers there. Those are ProTech oil breathers, aluminum ones. Look really, really nice. I don't know, I really like putting oil breathers on the top of the valve covers. I think they just look, I don't know, in my opinion, it looks cool. It just kind of adds a little bit more to it. So anyway, that's it, guys. That is the build-up of this 572 big block. Again, like I mentioned, go check out sweetscaledetail and ProTech. They make some beautiful, beautiful parts. ProTech can definitely meet all of your wiring and plumbing needs and many, many more. And you can get some beautiful engine kits and some resin cast parts from sweetscaledetail. I've got their information in the information box underneath the video. So go check them out, guys. And like I always say, everybody, keep building those awesome models, keep the inspiration coming, and eat, sleep, styrene, and I'll see you all in the next video.